What's good, YouTube? Today we back with another video. Today we're gonna be doing something a bit different. This is my first time making a video like this. You know, I've seen a hella people do it on YouTube. You know, so I got inspired to make this video from them. So shout out to them. Today we're gonna be looking at subreddits. This specific subreddit is called "Am I Overreacting?" You know, and this will be episode 1 of 1. So if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you drop a like and sub. If you're new here to the channel, drop a like and sub. And for all my loyal subscribers and supporters, you know, let me know if you guys like this type of videos. And yeah, we're not gonna be doing too much talking. I'm gonna get straight into the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so first up, you know, okay, let's click on it. Okay, Jenny. So we have 3 different people. We have Jenny, the dogs, and Tommy. Okay, damn, this is a lot of reading. Damn, this is like popcorn reading down there. But fuck it. I know I said I wouldn't text, but I am just fully consumed by this. I am a complete loss. This time last week we are talking about who from our this time last week we were talking about who from your extended family would be invited to our wedding, and now I am out of the condo. It just doesn't make sense. It feels like such a severe, sudden reaction that quickly affected our life, dog's life, my family, and our friends. I'm sorry for whatever you're going through right now. I know it's scary. I promise you we can work through this together, like we always do when our world is spiraling. You don't have to lose yourself in this crisis. There's a way back. Okay, before I even get into reading the second message, it just seems like the other person, okay, Jenny, I'm assuming that's the girl, she sent it, seemed like, Tommy kind of clocked out. He just like abruptly, suddenly out the blue, just decides to like just walk away from the relationship, so it just kind of seems like the girl is basically telling them that it could be fixed, but we're gonna see what she says. He said, I feel horrible. I do. All I could do is be honest, and I love you, but I'm not in love anymore. There's no intimacy, and I just realized it's a deal breaker. Fair. I'm not happy romantically, and even as roommates, it's not working out. Other than that, you are perfect. I see you as my best friend. We lost the other part, the spark. Okay. Okay, so before I go to the other slide, based on this, I wouldn't say he's overreacting. That is that's a reasonable reason, to not want to be in a relationship. Shout out to him for actually telling her, and he just feels like there's no spark between them anymore. There's no intimacy. And he's not in love anymore, so I don't think he's overreacting. Tommy, I just realized it's a deal breaker. I mean, how was I supposed to know that? Makes no fucking sense. That's not the thing that breaks up 10 years out of. Okay, now we got a whole different like. Y'all were dating for 10 years and it's not your husband? I mean, like, come on, bro. 10 years, bro. Okay, maybe they know each other for 10 years, but at some point, even it being 10 years, bro, you gotta realize when it's not gonna work out. You gotta, I don't get how she would be so naive to the point, after knowing someone for 10 years, she can't sense like, okay, maybe he doesn't want to be with me because there's no intimacy. Maybe he doesn't, and if you don't realize that, this probably is why this person isn't good for you. You don't know them well enough. They're not the person you think they are. Let's see, what is this? That is not the thing that breaks up 10 years out of the blue. I don't, I mean, over time, if it's no intimacy, generally that could, like he said, it could be a deal breaker. I think she is overreacting. I don't think he is overreacting. She is overreacting because she's not accepting how he feels, which is reasonable. They've been together for 10 years, so it's reasonable. That one is actually fresh. That one's supposed to hit like 13 minutes ago. But honestly, I don't know. That's a tough one, actually. And we got another one. Let's read it. What it said. He said, am I overreacting, or is my roommate projecting her own discomfort onto me? Okay. Am I tripping, or did you just use my jam? No, I use mine. It's the one I had on the shelf by soy sauce and stuff. If I use yours, I didn't mean to. I can buy you another one. We might have the same brand or something, and I got it mixed up. So you used something on my chip. Okay. People like this don't deserve to be your roommate. People like this will literally backdoor you, do the most evil shit to you. It's something as simple as jam, something that is gonna have almost a lifetime, availability. Like anyone's gonna be able to get jam, bro. It's fucking jam, my nigga. It's not like $1,000,000 and motherfucker took your money and you never probably gonna be able to. It's gonna be hard to get it back, bro. Like it's fucking jam. Like she apologized and even he said I can buy you another one, and she's like basically still was like, so you're using something on my shelf. It's reasonable. If they share a bathroom, it's kind of like it would be a little bit more understanding. But if they share a bathroom, it would be a little bit understanding why she accidentally used hers. But if they're in separate rooms and she's going to her bathroom, I can't justify that. She is technically going in her shit. But let's see what she says. It's been clear, very clear. We all have different shelves. Okay. Now she's breaking it down. They have different shelves. You move all of my food in order to get into it. You never had the jam in our fridge. Oh, they're talking about like jam for like sandwiches, not like not for like you're here. I'm tripping. Okay, so basically it kind of sounds like she moved her stuff because this probably happened before and then it happened again. So now she's basically crashing out, which is reasonable. No, it was a jam that was on the side shelf, like of the door. What other jam? The one I used this evening. It was on the shelf. Okay, like this whole rant about food is already crazy, bro. I don't even want to read this, bro. This is too much. I just saw it and assumed it was mine because I had one in the door as well. I didn't check the label. That's my fault. I can give you the money to replace it if I can't buy it locally. The only jam that was in my fridge was this is a motherfucker that just love arguing. The main everything concluded by her basically saying, I could buy you a new one. This motherfucker ignored everything. This motherfucker ignored that, but not everything else. This motherfucker just want to argue. I don't know what to tell you. I specifically used the jam placed on the shelf of the door. Why did you place it in the back corner of my fridge? Sorry, myself. That's where you put it with the lid half on. I didn't. I threw it away. The one I used tonight, I used the rest of. Okay, I thought you were texting me because I used the rest of the jam. To answer your original question, then I don't think I've used yours. The one I used, I tossed into my trash can. I saw you had a jam with gold top, so I thought it was my jam. To be honest, okay. Now this is the rant. To be honest, I've been on edge. I was a bit worried if something had been wrong and felt you had been passive aggressive and quickly angered at times, but I chalked it up to you maybe having a hard time. But then I saw you block me on Instagram, which is fine, but I started to rethink interaction. So I've been uneasy because I've misjudged a lot. Okay. Good thing I read that because whoever this is sending the messages in blue, you're an asshole. Like whatever reason you found the need to block them on Instagram, I feel like it's just very envious. Like this person is your roommate at the end of the day. Push comes to shove, emergency happens and you need to get in contact with them or they need to get in contact with you. Like you have them blocked on Instagram. Like yeah, y'all could text on here, but like why not Instagram? Like it's almost like she's hiding something from her or like she's being envious or doing spiteful things. So I do think this person right here is in the wrong. The person who's actually sending the messages and the person, I'm gonna keep reading before I make any other judgment, based on this sentence right here. Like I feel like she's just like she feel like I don't know, bro. I don't know how to explain it. Like she's using her stuff, she's blocking her, she didn't ask her, and then now she's playing victim like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, nah, bro. If it wasn't the Instagram block, maybe I would have considered it an accident, but nah. Honestly, I just feel like you don't like me. Okay, that right there is number one manipulation tactic, For someone that you assume doesn't like you, you're not going to block them on Instagram unless it is very confirmed that y'all don't like each other. So her roommate basically said that, you know, you blocked me on Instagram, you've been using my stuff, you know, it kind of got me over the edge. And then, you know, in response, she said, I just feel like you don't like me. And I think that's how it's kept me in a state of keeping it wall up. I don't think I've acted away intentionally. You blocked her on Instagram. That's intentional. Because of being upset or anything like that. I just think we don't know each other, and unfortunately, that is just an uncomfortable situation for me. Maybe that's why I come off kind of cold. And yeah, and for that specific reason, that's why she's overacting, because you know you feel like she feels like you have a wall up. You're blocking her on Instagram, you know, and on top of that, you just even stated yourself. Um, you feel like y'all don't know each other like that. So why do you feel that she's overacting? Because you are going in her stuff without asking her, without telling her nothing, and then just playing victim. Why do you feel that she's overacting? Okay, I tried to get to know you when you first moved in because I thought we were similar. I also didn't want the same situation or blowouts that Imani told me you all had. I've had many roommates that I haven't known and haven't been. I tried to get haven't known and haven't been friends with, but none of them have been quick to unintentionally act out of anger or not consider other people living in the house. I want to feel comfortable here because I'm renewing my lease, but after seeing you block me and then that you were arrested this month, oh, okay. Why the fuck did she post this image? Like, bro, this motherfucker is spilling all the beans, bro. She's spilling all the beans. And you want to play victim. So basically she's saying, people told her about you. People told her about you. You blocked her on Instagram. You don't respect her privacy and you've been going in her stuff without telling her. You got arrested. Y'all lived together and y'all barely talked. And yeah, bro, you are literally like, are you crazy, bro? Why are you playing victim here? Like, these things, like, come on, bro. Could you tell me how I don't consider you in our department? Genuinely, obviously, I like to know if I'm doing something that's bothering you. Okay, this right here is basically saying that she does no wrong in her eyes. She thinks she does nothing wrong. Honestly, I know I am a very reasonable person, and this feels more like judgment than a conversation. I'm open to being respectful with roommates, and I'll continue to do my part in that. This is why I've said I don't like texting. I knocked on your door and called for you so that we could have a conversation. I'm down to talk in person about anything, but we'll stop texting because the tone is always misconstrued. Notice how she didn't reply to that, but she just left her undelivered, and then she went as far as taking 5 screenshots and posting it on a Reddit versus actually taking the 5 seconds to open her door to talk to this person. You're a dickhead. People like you in life are losers. You are a loser. Okay, let's read the comments. Imani is a girl who lived before, and she's bro. She admits she's been on edge. She comes off pretty anxious. She accused you of considering people in the house, but she threw away that dirty pen without asking or telling anyone. Okay, this person is, trying to add, irrelevant, situations to this, to kind of make herself look better. Oh, they have more. Let's see. Thanks for explaining. I get it. I honestly assumed that I was the only one using it, which is I'll leave it to. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of, thinking about it now, it was kind of judgmental, being for the fact that, I'm not reading no more of this shit. This is so much. It was kind of judgmental, it simply started over Jam, and then, the other girl, just kind of started, like, ranting, saying how she got arrested, saying how Imani said something about her, saying how they block on Instagram. At the end of the day, when you're bringing up a specific topic, I don't know how any of that is relevant. Like, yes, like, none of that had to do with the Jam. So, to an extent, I feel like she is projecting her feelings onto her, you know, because maybe maybe this person doesn't genuinely like her, you know, and that's cool. Not everybody's gonna like each other, but you know, over some jam, you know, it kind of seems like she is kind of trying to force this girl to like her. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. We're probably gonna do one more. I've been yapping a lot. Okay, what is this? Am I overthinking to think I'm not selfish? I'm going to the dentist later today at 7. After I get home, I'll probably be dead and might not feel so good. Well, it's okay. I'm just gonna try and do some self care today. I have to study things tomorrow and start. Okay, which is who? Okay, let's get it. Okay. Are they fixing the cavities? I wanted to be with. I know, but nigga, why didn't you just type you, my nigga? I know, but I need to start doing regular self care and not stress, and also make sure. Okay, she's asking if I'm being selfish, so I'm assuming she's blue. Okay, I know, but I need to start doing regular self care and not stress, and also make sure for my study things. I know you wanna be with. Nigga, why are y'all talking in code? And I try as often as possible. It's more like I'm scared I'll be in pain and half my face numb. I'll be dead and completely drained of wanting to be with. The fuck? Oh, yeah. But maybe not sure. I don't know what that means. I guess I'll ask or to hang out and maybe watch something with after I come back. Okay. You have a okay. Now this person is being toxic. You know, this person said they're gonna do. No, I know. I feel I've done some shit like this before. You know, you live and you learn. So I know. In this situation, I can see this motherfucker is literally being toxic, and it's trying to make everything about them. You know, this person is literally, you know, saying they're going to the dentist and they have work to do after. Okay, and he basically explained like, oh, okay, I can't. No, the girl was explaining like, you know, I wanted to see you, blah blah blah, and he's like, it's okay, you know, it's more so like I want to hang with you, but you know, I got some things to take care of. And then, you know, now she's trying to like guilt him by saying, maybe I'm gonna go hang out with this person and this person. You know, he didn't need to know that. And then they replied and said, I hope you have a good time. You know, they're gonna be at the dentist, so you know, I'm assuming. Wait. I think I got it misconstrued. So this motherfucker said that they're gonna be at the dentist at 7, and when they get home, they're gonna do work. But then now they're saying like, I guess I'll ask or to hang out and maybe watch something with him after I come back. So your girl asked to hang out? Nah, you in the wrong, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie. Let me finish. I assume you want to rest with when you got back, since you'd be dead and not feel that good after dental work, since I usually want to just rest as well and sleep. If you wanted to watch something when you got back home, I'm up for that. When you said you wanted to be with, I assume all the way until the dentist room. No, it's fine. I'll be fine on my own. Okay, yeah, this is like deflecting words, like kind of get this person to know like, I'm good off you, bro. Like, I'm good. If you feel that awful, I can of course be here when you get back. It's more like I'm really anxious that I will be all day and be by myself. Damn, fucking read. It's more like I'm really anxious and I will be all day and be myself, and you rather do your stuff, and it's fine. Never mind. I thought we talked yesterday when you also encouraged me to do self-care. I didn't know you'd be so anxious or even had to go to the dentist today. I'm sorry. Next time you get anxious, I'll be like, sorry, I didn't know you planned to be anxious today. I have self-care to do. Deal with it on your own. I don't understand. You encourage me to take better care of myself and practice self-care, but the moment I do and I'm not available immediately, it's held against me. I already said I was sorry for misunderstanding that you want support after the dentist, and I offered to be there, and that's not good enough. I don't know. Maybe because I'm okay now. You know, this person is the wrong. You know, there's no reason to be cursing at them. Maybe because I'm fucking shaking with chest pain and dizzy and wanted to puke. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. You a grown ass man saying this, bro. You a grown ass man. Talk about maybe because I'm shaking with chest pain and I'm dizzy. But you was literally gonna hang with 2 other people when this motherfucker, the one that actually care about you, wanted to spend time with you. That's crazy. This nigga hell. I'm sorry for being anxious and wanting to be with someone. I'm so effing sorry. Never mind. Yo. I'm glad I don't do shit like this, bro. How you gonna say sorry and then never mind, bro? What? I'm so sorry to hear it's that bad, but I genuinely didn't know you felt that way about going to the dentist. Bro, this is whole just about the dentist, bro. Bruh, I've been asking you to be with, and you be like, no, I have self-care to do. You are so effing selfish. When it's inconvenient for you, then you don't give up. But if it's you, I have to drop everything. You know, if he feels like this is how you feel, you know, as a guy, you know, situations like this happen, you know, you genuinely do feel like this, you know. So I can't say he's in the wrong because I don't know anything deeper than these texts. But let's see. Yeah, I kind of got it confused. I'm lost. So I just know one of them mentioned that they were going to be going to the dentist. The other one asked to hang out after. I don't even know. I'm always here for you, but when I actually need you, you always have something else to do. You have plans, and how dare I disturb that when I actually... Okay, yeah. This nigga is like... I don't know who is who, bro. Let's read these comments. So it sounded like this nigga, he wanted his girl to like kind of like make sure she's there. Like he didn't want to feel the need to have to ask her to be there with him after the dent with. Yo, you know what? Yeah. Alright, y'all, we out. That was bad, yo. We out for today. You know, this was a pretty fun series. You know, if y'all want to see more, let me know. Peace.